Today I'm going to test Corey and Katie on some Appalachian vocabulary.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. We're waiting on Katie to finish doing something and she'll be right on. Over the years of me being online, whether it was writing for my blog, Blind Pig and the Acorn, or here on Celebrating Appalachia, when I talk about language of Appalachia, the way people talk, our accents, the words we use, a lot of them just mispronounced is what we're doing. But that's one of the most popular features of the blog and also of this channel. People seem to really enjoy remembering those old words. Maybe they remember their grandparents use them, or aunts and uncles, or maybe they're like me and they still use them a lot. So a lot of the words that we're going to use today, a lot of them are phrases today instead of words, so that should help you out. But they come, today I'm using for reference, I'm using my blog, Blind Pig and the Acorn, I'm using some of those old vocabulary tests, and a lot of them I pull from the Dictionary of Smoky Mountain English, which is not readily available. It's very, very expensive if you look it up because they never printed it but one time. You can look for the second edition of it. They named it the Dictionary of Southern Appalachian English, and that's a cheaper version. It's got a lot of the same stuff of the original dictionary, but then it's got some additional things too. And in fact, Blind Pig and the Acorn is used as reference, which was like one of the highlights of my career for sure. But I'm also using some, like a word list that come from Verna Mae Sloan. Okay, y'all ready for the test?
You're going down, Katie. I'm gonna win this. Okay, I'm ready.
Have y'all been studying?
No. We're just gonna wing this. I quit studying when I graduated.
Yeah. Back in 2016.
I haven't studied one day since. I can literally feel myself getting dumber. Okay.
Okay, so lucky for you today, some of these are actually not just words, they are also phrases.
Can you use that in a sentence, please? In the form of a question. Do you need a coat, Katie? Should I go put my sweatshirt on?
Okay, Katie's already waffling on the test. Now she's cold. Yes, go put your sweatshirt on.
Okay, hold on. I'll come back. I gotta find it. I don't know what I did with it. I'll go get it. Okay.
Okay, better?
That's better. Now I'm not cold
Now
anymore.
you're not cold. You can concentrate on the words.
Plus, I'm all cozy in my sweatshirt.
Okay.
I'm hiding the answers in here. Honestly.
So the first one is more than just a word. It's a question. I guess we're going to start with Katie. We'll start with her. So just think of all the ways that we use the word mind, M-I-N-D. See if you can name some of those ways.
Corey doesn't have a mind. I'm joking. That's the first one. I would say, mind your own business. You ain't Katie. Sorry. I would say, I got a mind to tear you up because you made me mad. I would say, I don't mind if you use my shampoo. I would say, mind your manners because you got poor manners. Let's see, what else would I say? I don't know, that might have been all I got.
That was pretty good. So you kind of used mind to obey, which makes total sense.
Yeah, mind your manners.
To think, though, you used it to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you used it, probably one of the most common ways we use it is I don't mind, I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't mind if
instead
you
of saying
use,
I don't care, we say I don't
or
mind.
then if I want to know if somebody else, like, do you mind if I use whatever you have? And I also use that as an insult when I said, you ain't got a mind, Corey.
Yeah. So lots of different ways, and one other way would be like for a child, will you mind?
Or that kid didn't mind.
Yeah, or would you mind them, like take care of them, like
that's what I meant,
babysitting.
I'm minding my stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, stewarding my stuff, watching my stuff.
Little Alex needs someone to mind him today. Could you do that for me?
Yeah, could you baby?
Anyway, okay. Very good, Katie.
Oh, I'm on a roll. Yeah. You're gonna get crushed.
Okay, Corey, what is a fireboard?
Fireboard. Can you use it in a sentence? One of those things you get on it and go behind a boat. That's a knee board. It's a knee board. I don't know. Does a fireboard have to do with some kind of something that goes along with a fire?
Yes.
Like a campfire.
No.
No, like a fire that you make in a wood stove. A fireboard. Just wait a second. No, a fireboard would be. I don't think I know. Piece of firewood?
It's a mantle. Another word for mantle.
Oh, okay. I was definitely wrong.
Okay.
I was gonna go. I was like, is that fireboard? That's kindling. It's a board that you burn in the fire. Ooh, fireboard mantle. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What is a workin', Katie? A workin'. I said that.
I am a working. You are a working. That ain't working. I'm working. That's what I would say. I'd be like, look at here, that ain't a working, so we're gonna replace it.
But also used as like it could be an event. Like we're having a working this weekend. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, I mean like
Yeah.
we're having a working outside.
Yeah.
All I could think about was I'm a working. Working 9 to 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
Corey. If we say, this kind of goes back to the first one, I don't care if I do, what does that mean?
It just means you don't care to do something or you don't want to do it. Like
Yeah.
indifference.
Yeah.
I don't care if I wash the dishes. I don't care if I clean my house. I don't care if I do.
Like
That's
that?
what I would say. I don't care if I do.
What about if I ask you to do something for me and you said I don't care to?
Oh yeah, you could also mean that I don't care to. Like I don't want to do that. I'll
Right.
do that. I don't care.
Whatever
if I
you
do.
need.
Yeah, so if Granny calls and says, would someone bring me this? I'll say, sure, but I don't care to do that. I'll be
Yeah.
right down.
Yeah, I definitely use that one a lot.
Okay.
One time they were like, you would say, I remember saying that one time. Someone was like, that's a double negative when I said, I don't care, something like that. I said something like that. I don't care to do
Some
that.
people think when you say that I don't care to, then that means, well, you don't want to. Where we mean, no, I don't mind
It's
at
an
all. I'll do
inflection.
that.
Yeah, I don't care to do that. Sounds better
Yeah.
than
I don't care to do that.
I don't care to do that. You know what I mean? Okay.
All right. Whose turn is it? Yours, Katie?
Maybe.
What does poke fun mean?
It means you poke fun at somebody. You make fun of them. Poke fun at someone. Poke fun at something. But if you want the truth, who I poke fun at the most is me. I poke fun of myself because I'm all the time doing dumb stuff. And Corey's right behind me. Right?
So what if you're a hoop and a holler away, Corey? What does that mean?
Means you're like close to doing something. No, it means
I
you're
don't
close to somebody. You're only a hoop and a holler away.
In distance,
Man, you're
yeah.
smoking me on this.
Oh, we're only a hoop and a holler from Granny. And one time I said, you can say as the crow flies. Like,
Yeah.
as the crow flies, we're only a mile
Or I
down the
say
road.
we're close enough to spit on that or throw a rock.
Yeah,
Get the
and one
house.
time I said we're only about a mile as a crow flies, but 3 miles because you got to go around the road. But as a hawk flies, we're closer because they go faster.
They
Someone
can
was
go-
like, "That's not true. It's the same distance." And I'm like, "I know, but it sounded cool."
Hawks can go like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, so we're just a hoop and a holler
That's flat
away
getting
from Granny's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, what if you send word to somebody?
You're just telling them something. But it'd be to someone else. So, you know, I might say something like, oh, if you're going to see her, will you send word that I said, you know, happy birthday or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, we may have mixed up our turns, but
Did
we'll
we?
go. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll go
that's
back to
okay.
Katie. Slap dab.
Slap dab. I would say that's slap dab in the middle.
So what does that mean? Slap dab.
I mean, I don't
So like
know.
a quantitative word?
It's a way of saying,
Right there.
yeah, exactly, in the middle, right?
Like that's like exact. That's slap dab in the middle. That's slap dab enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it could be completely. You
Yeah.
slap dab wore out. You're completely wore out. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Corey. Pert near.
Can you use that in
It's not fair. You're making her look bad by giving her the hard one.
You
Oh,
giving
I'm
me
not
the wrong
trying
ones.
to. That's just
Pert
how it's
near.
Pert near.
I don't know.
Close. Nearly. Almost.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Okay. Salad.
Salad?
Yeah. In the
Salad?
spring, you go out looking for.
Like shallots?
Mama, you giving her?
You mean like
Onions?
onions?
No, salad. Like wild greens. Instead of salad. Salad. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Corey. Again, dark.
Again, dark. I'm almost 100% she's making these up because she's on the other side of the camera. She's laughing really hard. I think she's gonna have
not
fun at
making
this.
them
Is that 2 words? Again?
Again, dark.
Dark. Just that it's
So if
getting-
you were up, yeah. What was you going to say?
like dark again. Like
It's getting dark
it's
again.
getting dark again. Like the evening time, like
Right,
dark
yeah.
again. It's rolled back
so
around.
it's again dark.
Yeah.
Like you think about something.
I wouldn't say again.
I just don't
dark.
think that's right. It's the
I would
weird.
say dark again. It's getting
like
dark
hilarious.
again.
Several videos back when we had the argument about nap in or nap out. I didn't get my nap
Oh,
out,
and everybody agreed with me. It was
and everybody
nap
agreed
out.
with you.
Yes.
And
So
so,
it's nap in.
so it's like
Yeah,
one of
it's
those
nap
things.
out.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Again, dark. Look outside again, dark. Look outside again.
No, it's more like saying that'll be up again dark, so we'll have to get this done.
Oh.
Oh, see, you should have said that. Again,
Okay.
You know what that makes me think of? Hello, darkness, my old friend. No, get that out of here. Before you get that confused.
Okay.
Again, dark. It's gonna be up again, dark.
Right.
All I'm thinking about,
It's
when she
it's
says again,
dark.
she means against. It
Yes,
is again.
against.
So
Against.
against.
Yeah,
She should have
again
said
the house against dark.
again
Yeah.
the dark side of the house.
So your
Go over there.
event is lined up in the evening to where it's going to be dark before you get home.
That makes, look, to clarify everybody at home, I thought you were talking about again, like do it again. You're talking about against.
Yes, exactly.
Against dark, which I would have known it's against dark time, like it's
So
evening
again
time.
is another way that we mispronounce
Okay, there you go.
against,
Right,
we
against.
shorten
Go lock a chickens up is getting again dark.
it. Okay, here's one for, let's see.
Katie, I think it's Katie's turn.
Is it Katie's turn? Okay. If there was a group of people and we called them comers and goers, what would they be? Comers and goers.
Travelers? Sorry, Katie, I didn't even give you a
Well, I
chance.
reckon they'd just be people a coming and a going.
Visitors that's coming and going. back
Coming and
forth,
goers,
travelers. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Corey. A chaw. What's a chaw?
Like chaw backer in your mouth.
Yeah. You got
Boom.
that. Okay, Corey or Katie.
You don't even know who we are, Mom.
I'm forgetting, Anna. Okay, Katie. Plum blank
Plum.
or point.
Oh,
you
Gave it away.
Yeah, plum blank.
Point blank. Point blank. Let me hear. It was point blank right in front of me. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, but you hear people say, y'all probably heard Pap say that.
Yeah, I think
Plum
so.
blank. Sometimes pint blank, even different pronunciations of that one.
I've heard that.
Time blank. Okay, Corey, if something is all coiled up,
Tangled up, messed up.
Clustered
Clappered
up. It's a chicken. It's
Cold.
all coiled up.
up.
It's got angry at you. I think I was dreaming about snake was after me and I was running.
okay, Katie, tedious, if something's tedious.
It's very particular. It takes a lot of time to do it. Agitating, irritating,
Heard Granny
tedious.
say
It's so
that one,
I say it's tedious, but Granny says this is so tedious. Granny's tired. She got to rest.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey, if you learn something by heart, what does that mean?
You just know it really well.
Memorization.
Memorization.
Okay, Katie, layaway.
Layaway is what you do at Walmart for your kids' Christmas toys.
That's layaway. This is layway. If somebody layways you.
Layway.
Oh,
It's
I've
kind
been.
of the
It's
opposite
like
of-
being waylaid.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Someone gets in your way.
Yeah, the
Run your
dadgone,
plans.
I got waylaid in the gorge, so it took me an extra 30 minutes to get here.
Some people say layway and other people say waylay. We mostly would say waylay. He waylaid me and I.
Yeah, I'd be like, I got waylaid out there. These people don't know how to drive. I'm going to get killed. I don't know how many times every time I get behind the wheel I say that.
Okay, Corey, what is a dough beater?
Something when you're cooking.
Yeah. You probably heard your daddy say this one.
Is that just like a hand mixer?
Oh, you talking about a woman who makes biscuits? That's not nice.
Yes, a wife. That was the old way of saying
Oh,
your
I've
wife
heard that
was a dough
before.
beater.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, she
Your
cooks
daddy
for you.
says that about me. Yeah, just that she cooks. Okay, Corey, Katie, if you're plundering, what are you doing?
You're lost and you're trying to figure something out.
That's what I would have said.
You're plundering around like I'm trying to figure this out.
Plundering is actually just the same as prowling. So if you were prowling around in
Oh,
Granny's
plundering
background,
around.
don't be plundering around back there and trying to find
Being
stuff.
goofy, sneaky, possibly guilty, doing something you shouldn't be doing. Going
Okay,
through Corey's
Corey,
purse.
What's a,
Going through what? Oh, Granny's purse?
No, going through your purse.
Oh.
I said going through Corey's purse.
Oh.
That'd be Olive when she goes through the backpack to try to get treats. She's plundering around to find her some treats.
Yeah. What is a foot log, Corey?
That's just like what goes across the creek.
Yes.
But it's a foot log because it's only big enough for like 2 feet.
Right. It's the little bridge they made out of old log.
Very good. Katie, cutting a shine. If you're cutting a shine, what are you doing?
Means you're cutting up, you're acting out, you're gonna get a whipping. I'm gonna say quit cut. You don't stop cutting the shine, and I'm gonna jerk you up.
Okay, Corey, what's new ground?
You could use that, I think, in different ways, like new ground. I'm going to be on new ground because I'm moving to a different location, or new ground as maybe you've tilled up the garden.
That's the one I was looking for. Yeah. So you got new ground this year.
Yeah. Isn't there a saying, though, that if something happens, it means you're going to walk on
If
new
your
ground?
foot itches,
The
you're
bottom of your
walking
feet
on
itches.
strange ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or new ground.
What about the
whatever.
one about your nose itching?
I think that's company's coming.
I think that also might be sinus problems.
Oh, I'm like, is Olive coming? Come here. I itch my nose. That mean you'll come in here?
Okay, Katie, if you're figuring, what are you doing?
You are doing some math in your head. You are trying to figure something out. Out of all the ones we've talked about so far, the one I hear Dad say the most is that.
Figuring.
I hear him say that all the time. He's like, hold on, I'm figuring. And he won't say figuring it out. He just said, hold on, I'm doing some figuring.
Yeah.
He does it a lot.
Okay, Katie, Corey, sorry.
You don't know who's who at this point.
I'm getting mixed up who I've asked what. What if you take up books? What does that mean?
Studying?
Yeah, like
Reading.
at school when you first start, you take up books. Did any of your teachers ever say that it's time to take up books?
They didn't say it like that, but they just say, you know,
Take the lessons is what they'd say.
There'll be a time when you have to go get your textbooks.
Yeah, like from your
I don't know if
cubby
that's
or
what you
whatever.
mean,
But they would always say like, I've heard Granny say like where I took my lessons. I had to take my lessons.
Get your
It's-
lessons. Or
get
you
your
got
lessons.
to do.
Yeah, it's never like it was schoolwork or I'm just going to school or what I'm learning. It was always taking lessons.
Okay, Katie, what about ag? If you ag,
You're egging somebody on.
so what does that mean? You're
It means you're goading them. It means that you're just, if they're like, it's like the bad kids. One kid will start misbehaving and the other kids will start hooping and hollering and it eggs them on.
Yeah.
But don't most people say egg? But
Do
I've
they?
always said egg.
They really do say egging somebody on?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
say
egg, I
ag,
think.
which we also say we eat eggs sometimes.
I like eggs. I didn't know it was egging somebody on.
Yeah.
I always thought it was egging. You're egging somebody on. You're just goading them into it. And it may be like good, like, yeah, egg them on. They can do this. Or it might be like I said, there was always one kid who misbehaved and the rest of us would egg them on and they'd get in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, Corey, a straddle.
Just means if you're like a straddle something. So maybe like a garden row because you're trying to bend down and plant.
Straddling the fence in the
Or a
middle.
horse. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. If something's all cobbled up, Katie.
Means it's all messed up, tangled up, jumbled up in a big pile.
Chock full, Corey.
It just means it's all the way full to the top. There's as much as can
All the way
go.
to the top.
Yeah. We teased Corey when she was real little. She'd tell us if she wanted something to drink, she'd say, all the way to the top. Fill it all the way to the top. All
I
the way to
didn't
the
want
top.
no misuse of space there.
Yeah,
All the way to the top.
she wanted to get all of the youth out. Yeah.
Okay, Katie, a cloud burst.
That's a really big bad rainstorm.
In one place, like
And-
suddenly.
Yep. And unfortunately, that does actually happen and do
Right.
some serious damage.
Yeah, it does. Okay, Corey, fitting.
You could use that in a lot of ways. Like you could say I'm fitting to do something, or you could. I don't use that a lot. Or you could say this is fitting, like it just works.
Or it's not fitting.
Or it's not fitting. I use that, and sometimes I'll say stuff like that. Just wasn't really fitting to the situation. Like I don't say it if I'm trying to like make things fit. It's just more
like a culturally
Cultural.
wrong
Yeah.
or something, faux
That's
pas
not
or something
right
like
or
that,
whatever.
Or like, you might say something like, "Look, Olive just went over there and dug up a chicken bone out of the compost. That's fitting for her because
Yeah.
that's something
Right,
she
yeah,
wants.
it's
right.
both ways,
She wants to do. You know, dogs like to eat bones.
So what happens if you fall out?
Means you pass out. You are hangry, you have low blood sugar, you're sick, you're tired, you're faint, you
Yeah.
fall out, but you might not actually faint, but you just in a bad
Weak.
way, weak.
So another way though you could use it, think about like if you and Corey had a
Oh, had a falling out with
okay.
somebody. When you have a falling out, when you're mad at somebody or
Yeah.
you decide to just completely disown them
Yeah.
and steal everything they have.
Or you're a moody teenager in the early 2000s and you listen to Fall Out Boy.
Yeah!
Just kidding.
Boom, that was good.
We
too.
never listened to Fall Out Boy, just to clarify that.
That wasn't my thing.
No.
We were too busy listening to
Alan Jackson.
and Travis Tritt. That's right.
Okay, Corey, if you fall off, what happens? If you see somebody and you say they fell off or they're falling off.
Falling off the wagon.
That's what I was gonna say. That could mean some different things. Like fell off could just mean like they're just not on track with what they were doing anymore. I guess it could be physically that they fell off something that they were sitting on.
Ouch!
But just like fell off of what they were trying to do. They're
Off
just
track.
Not, like off track, kind of.
Also, if they lost a lot of weight, they really
Oh.
fell off.
Oh yeah. Okay. And
Shed the pounds.
it also reminds me. Woo! It also reminds me of the time that Dorothy said on the Golden Girls. What do you think? I just fell off the turnip truck.
Yeah.
Like saying like, do you think I was born yesterday?
Right.
And you think I'm that naive? Which that's not the same thing. I just was looking for any reason to make a Golden Girls reference.
Okay. One more. Whose turn is it? I've already forgot again.
I think it's Katie's because I just did that one.
Okay. G-haul.
G-haul, not to be confused with yeehaw. Or yeehaw. Or hee-haw. Or yee-yee, what the kids say. Yeah. I think G-haul means like, do you G-haul with somebody?
Right.
Do you get along? Do you jive? Do you work out with somebody? Like, do your personalities work out well together for you to work together?
You and Corey G-haul. And if it was somebody that didn't, you could say they just don't G-haul.
Or I don't G-haul with that one.
They all
What'd I say?
argue and fuss. They don't G-haul every time they're around each other. Yeah.
I haven't said that in a long time. It seems like I used to know somebody who said that a lot. It might be Miss Litford. That seems like something she said. Like, I don't know. Those two just don't G-haul. She probably watched this. That's cool, Miss Litford. Keep G-hauling. She's easy to G-haul with. She's fun.
Yeah. Okay, we've reached the end of our test. How do y'all think you did?
I did the best, which
Me and
means
Katie probably did better. I thought
Corey loses everything.
in the second half, though, I got a lot.
Corey did really good, too. Corey was technical. It's good technical answers.
So what do y'all think about doing this, though? I mean, of course, we're doing it for entertainment value, but is it something you enjoy? You enjoy learning the words and paying attention to the ones you didn't even realize that you hear on a regular basis?
Yeah, I love to do this, and it's fun because there's a lot of them that I think, well, how is that a vocabulary word? I just use that all the time, but I guess maybe if other people don't. And then there's some of them that I kind of feel ashamed, like I should know that I don't, but it's really fun. It's just interesting.
And there are some that we don't say. I mean,
that we don't use much.
But I think it's wonderful, since I started so many years ago, to keep those words. Maybe somebody will start saying them.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
And it's
start
cool
saying
to think
them.
that somebody did.
Yeah.
It's really fun to think
Yeah.
about, like, are there, like, different kind of trends, like, in words? And, like, at one point people said more of this, and then it kind of died out, and then it come back. So it's fun to think about who was saying it and what time frame.
Yeah.
But I like doing the vocabulary test because sometimes it makes me feel good. I'm like, these are things I say every day to communicate with people. And of course you guys know what I mean.
Right.
And a lot of other people know what I mean. But it kind of makes me feel good that these funny little vocabulary things that have held on for so long are still here. We're still using them. And I won't lie, it's fun to trip. Like if I know I'm keeping company that's not from here, or around people that aren't from here, it is fun to kind of
Trip people over.
trick them up, kind of lay it on thick, because they get a big kick out of it. And
But
it's-
even sometimes people that are from here, Austin, I say every once in a while, I say stuff and he'll be like, what did you just say? And I'll say it again and he'll be like, what are you talking about? And he grew up and was born in East Tennessee and then grew up a lot in South Georgia. And then he'll say stuff sometimes that I've never heard.
That's what's fascinating
That's
about
fun.
language. All languages. We're just crazy about
Or
ours because this is where we live, but all languages are so fascinating.
I said to Nick one time, I said that I cannot believe it. I about got run over out there. This guy come up behind me and he's hauling the mail, and he just run me out of the road, and he was like, a mail truck? I'm like, no. I mean, when you look at somebody and say, daggone, they're hauling the mail,
going
it
too
means you're
fast
speeding.
or
And maybe it's a helicopter, or a plane, or whatever. But I've said that one a lot, and sometimes people they get it, or they're like, I thought the mail people had to go slow because they start and stop because they're delivering mail. I'm like, no, I mean, they're hauling it. And then other people
Probably
say hauling, but
Like
that's what
that
I mean.
one probably comes from the Pony Express when they were really hauling the mail.
Yeah, trying
today
to
they
move
do have
quick.
to go slow and wait for traffic and go to the next mailbox and all that. But yeah, held over from all those days. Yeah, I think that's just the wind.
Somebody didn't shut the door
And that was
too.
Corey, because I told Corey too. I said, pull that door shut behind you.
Oh man, I almost always get that.
I saw it in the
Sorry.
video. I saw it whip.
Somebody
You could
stop
see the
that
screen
creaking.
door
I
whip.
can't do it. Pull that door.
Okay, well, we'll go shut the door, and we're really grateful that you took this test with us. Please leave a comment and tell us the words you were familiar with and what you weren't familiar with. And if you'd like to see Corey and Katie take more tests,